Hey guys, welcome to Chilltown Hoops. We're gonna talk some more basketball. I liked what I saw last night from the Clippers. I did. I liked the fight that they had. I can appreciate Paul George's effort because this is a guy who was facing an elimination game, and he showed up the way he showed up. It's superstars are gonna show up in the playoffs. That's how you get the rep of being a superstar. And Paul George proved last night that I am a superstar and I am capable of delivering in crucial moments. And he did that last night with 20 points in the third quarter, 41 for the game. He was big for them. Now, the problem that Phoenix had was Phoenix had a number of different problems. Problem number one is they got outscored in the paint almost double. Um, with that being said, I think that's primarily due to not getting Ayton involved early. Ayton is a rim runner. He's a rim protector. He's a rim runner. Getting him involved in the offense early is huge for them because that sets the tone for him rebounding, running the floor, playing defense. He's more engaged when he does that. So he only had 9 shots last night. He had 11 boards, but I think that if they could get him more involved in the offense early, he'll do a better job for them defensively. That's a lot of big guys. That's not just Ayton. A lot of big guys are that way where you get them involved in their offense or their overall game is predicated on getting, especially an offensive big man. Their game is predicated on getting them involved in the offense early. And Ayton is one of those guys that you got to get him involved in the offense early because he's not one of those guys that you're going to go to on the box for buckets regularly, but you can go to him. So if you get him involved in the offense early, that means he's going to run more. That means he's going to rebound more. That means he's going to be more of a force defensively. I mean, he had 11 boards last night. That 11 boards could have that 11 boards could have been 14, 15 rebounds. But we got to get him involved in the offense more. The Clippers outscoring Phoenix in the paint the way they did, that was primarily due to, again, not getting Ayton involved. So, and they didn't have anything going to the basket. A lot of their stuff was 18 to 20 feet away. Now, when you defending that far away, with the Clippers pushing their when the Clippers pulling their defense that far out, you should have something in the paint because you got a lot of one-on-one matchups with the big man, with Ayton. But this is what's gotten Phoenix as far as it's gotten them. They are a perimeter-based team. They just so happen to have a big man who can score. And if they're gonna end this series, they gotta get Ayton more involved. They have to. Now, they can shoot the long ball with the best of them. Booker hasn't been doing well in terms of shooting the ball. I think he's shooting 30% for the series, but he's a shooter. He's gonna keep shooting, and he's got to turn it around. He's got to do a better job at that. I also think that Reggie Jackson has been monumental for the Clippers. His play, game four. I'll take that. I'll take that one with a grain of salt. But for the rest of the playoffs, not the series, for the rest of the playoffs, Reggie Jackson has been huge for them. You can't prepare in terms of your scouting report. Whatever you do, whether you're trying to slow them down in transition, whether you're trying to speed the game up, you can't prepare for a second unit guy who doesn't score as much to go off, and for Cousins to go off for 15 points in 11 minutes, you can't prepare for that. And that was a huge part of their game yesterday. I mean, losing Zubac, Phoenix very well should have taken advantage of that because Cousins isn't a rim protector. Absolutely not. That's why I didn't understand why they didn't have more things going to the basket because Zubac is more of a rim protector than Cousins. even though he's not a great rim protector, he's more of a rim protector than Cousins. I think that they have to focus more on getting stuff going to the basket. If they can do that, I think they got a really good shot. But the Clippers have now made this a series. Absolutely, they have. This is still a series. I picked the Clippers Jazz winner to win the Western Conference, and I'm sticking to that. Phoenix had a chance to end this thing last night. Now they find themselves in a fight because now they're going back to Los Angeles. All the pressure is still on the Clippers because they face an elimination game every game. They faced an elimination game last night. Every game that they play from here on out is an elimination game for them. Phoenix still has 2 games to win 1. So all the pressure is still on the Clippers. However, the momentum swung last night with the way that they played. I think that getting Chris Paul, picking him up further away from half court and slowing him down in transition, because Phoenix is a transition team, so slowing him down more. The pickup point has to be earlier with him. And I think Pat Beverly did a good job at that. And I think Pat Beverly also did a good job at limiting Devin Booker's touches and making it difficult on him. He's an irritant, and that's what irritants do. Keeping guys off balance, keeping guys off rhythm. And I think Pat Beverly did a good job at that. I can't say enough about what Marcus Morris did. Again, you can't prepare for a guy to go 20 points in the first half who hasn't scored much in the series. I mean, you can't really prepare for that. And Morris is, I think the Clippers are 8-0 when he shoots 50% from the floor. I mean, that's big for them, which means that maybe we need to get him more involved in the offense. And I think that he recognized last night with having Booker on him that, I got a mouse in the house, and I got to take this guy in the post, and I got to punish him. And he did that last night. He absolutely did that last night. I'm interested to see how Phoenix responds to this defensively. That's the more interesting thing for me, defensively, how they respond to this and how they incorporate Ayton in their offense more. As far as Milwaukee and Atlanta, Milwaukee, what they proved to me was we are serious about not just serious about beating Atlanta. We're serious about winning the NBA championship. People give Giannis a lot of flack about him not being skilled, which I think is ludicrous to even say that a guy, at that size, with that athleticism, who's able to handle the ball the way he does in transition and to get to the basket is not skilled. I think that's nuts to me. The Milwaukee Bucks have made it clear that they're not going to fall into the same trap that the Knicks did. They're not going to fall into the same trap that the Philadelphia 76ers did. What's working, we're going to keep doing that until you stop us. We're not going to mix anything up, and we're not going to get cute. Whatever's working, that's what we're going to do. So if you notice, with Middleton, they went to him, I think it was 5 straight trips in the fourth quarter. Whatever's working, that's what we're going to do. And if you can't stop this, we're going to keep doing it. Giannis has already stamped himself in this series as the best player. I think he has. Losing Trey and him being hobbled, that's big that's a big blow for Atlanta because he's their floor leader and he's their primary distributor. I think that in order for them to have a chance in this series, he's got to be healthy. He has to be. He can't be 60, 70% because he's a huge part of what they do offensively. He's a huge part of what they do offensively in their transition game, him shooting the basketball. He's huge for what they do. And if he's only at 60%, 70%, that's not going to be good, especially having to deal with a defender like Drew Holiday who's going to be chasing him around and getting switched with Giannis or Middleton. So that's a big blow for Atlanta. I stand by Milwaukee, Brooklyn winner winning the Eastern Conference, and the Clippers, Jazz winner winning the Western Conference. So we'll see where this goes.